Good afternoon, folks. Big Bo here with another great Class A diesel motorhome value from Parkway RV Center. Today I'm going to shoot a video on one I don't get to do a video on very often, one of my personal favorite brands. This is a Alfa Sia Gold. 2006 Alfa Sia Gold. Model number is a 1002. It's the biggest, the best one they built in 2006. This was $270,000 new back then in 06 prices, quite a bit more in today's prices. So you can see this is not a base model motorhome by no means. 3 slide outs, just turned 23,000 miles. It's got that big 400 horsepower ISL red-headed Cummins diesel, 1,200 pound-feet of torque, built on a Freightliner raised rail chassis, full air suspension, full air brakes, 3 slide outs, and much, much more. These Alfas are kind of in a class all by themselves. John Crean Jr., the founder of Alfa, is the son of John Crean Sr., who is the founder of Fleetwood Motorhomes. The story behind the Sia name was him and his dad didn't always get along. He wanted to make a new kind of motorhome using newer, more efficient construction processes with different kind of options. The dad was stuck with building them the old-fashioned way. They got into it one day. Junior quit, and the last thing he told his dad before he left was Sia. That's where they get the name from, for the Alfa Sia. This is the Alfa Sia Gold. Now, folks, it is a used motorhome, so it's not going to be perfect. Some of the stripes have been removed. You can tell what it used to say, the Sia Gold, but that's just part of buying a 11-year-old motorhome. Now, folks, like I said, I'm going to save you a lot of money. This has got 23,000 miles, 3 slide outs, diesel pusher, got the big diesel generator, got the 400 horse red-headed Cummins, so it'll tow 10,000 pounds with 1,200 pound-feet of torque. 23,000 miles. I'm going to save you about $210,000. I'm going to sell this one for $59,900. NADA retail book with no added options is over $90,000. So this is a bargain, especially for what I've seen online, folks. What I saw online in the Alfa in this price had the 300 horse engine, had 1 or 2 slide outs, and 4 or 5 times the mileage. So this is a great deal. It comes with a 90-day nationwide limited warranty. Includes a major systems inspection by our certified RV techs that will be completed after purchase, and more. Full heated basement. Got the Alcoa wheels. Tires look good. That raised rail chassis gives you a lot of outside basement storage as well. Great ride and drive. Of course, Alfa actually builds their own frames in-house, which is one of the few brands that do that. They call it the lockbox chassis system. It's a lot stronger than what is on your average RV. So this 40-footer going down the road is going to handle better and sway less than most other brands because of that lockbox chassis. Got a power awning, power step, full basement, and much more. Let's look inside. As we step inside, folks, John Crean Jr. was a full-time RVer, and he designed the Alfa to cater to full-time RVers. So it's got some different features. First thing you're going to notice is the standard 7.5-foot tall ceilings. So, I mean, this is perfect for guys like me that are taller. You don't feel as cramped. They put a lot more windows in these. You can see all the windows just in the main slide alone. Up here in the front, this thing's got more buttons than the Space Shuttle. So if you like individual controls of pretty much everything on your coach, you're going to love all these buttons. And the RV techs, of course, will explain everything to you and what they do. It's got engine block heaters. Of course, it's got the adjustable, it's got the 2-stage engine brake, the Jake brake, hydraulic leveling jacks, backup cameras, trip computers, TV overhead, got more gauges up here for all your incoming AC, shore power, and all that. And more switches over here for battery disconnect, slide out controls. Got a big Xantrix 2000 watt inverter. Open this compartment door up here. You've got VCR, DVD player. I like the fact that it's got all the original electronics because it just looks better and changing it out. And of course, I know a lot of you are going to change it. It's got a CD changer, things like that up here. So, and this unit also has a King Dome satellite. So it does have the King Dome satellite system. This thing's loaded with options, folks. You can see these customized leather chairs made by Alfa. Very comfortable. They're both power. They both swivel for party seating. You got ceramic tile floor in here. Now, one of the previous owners, this thing originally had carpet, like you saw when you first come in the door there. And they removed it and put some kind of laminate floor down that looks like hardwood. It looks pretty good. You know, it looks better than most of them. You know, we may go back with the carpet because there are a couple of spots that kind of didn't do the best job installing that floor, and I'm just telling you that because I don't want any surprises when you see this RV. I want it to be everything I pictured online and then some. So we may or may not put carpet in it where this laminate's at. All the ceramics original. It's no cracks in it, no breaks. Got full air brakes and air suspension, and that lockbox chassis gives this thing a great ride and drive. So you don't have a lot of braking and a lot of rough rides in this one. Leather sofa that makes a bed. You've got 2 leather chairs over here. And this furniture is the same grade you'd put in your own home. I mean, this is definitely, and thanks to that 7.5 foot roof, look at all this extra storage you get other than just standard storage. Little tables removable right there, of course. Storage over here. Table and 4 chairs. I've got the original, well, I just printed it off. This is actually a brochure. And if you'd like to, one of our salespeople can send you a link to this brochure so you can learn everything you want to know about an Alfa Sea Gold. NADA, of course. No added options, as always. 22,000 miles. Got 23,000, but it doesn't matter anyway because NADA doesn't subtract or add, getting tongue-tied here, for mileage on a diesel. So in other words, this thing could have 200,000 miles in the NADA's eyes, same value as one with 22,000. But you can see $90,500, $75,100 low retail, and $270,000 was suggested list price back in 2006. And that's not including fees and everything else other dealers charge, plus the options this unit has on it. And you can certainly add probably another $8,000 or $10,000 to this value if you wanted to by adding the options. But folks, I'm going to tell you, I play it safe on NADA because most of the options that NADA prompts you to add for are standard equipment. And a lot of people don't understand that, for sale by owners and other dealers, that you don't add for optional equipment when you value an RV on NADA, or you don't add for standard equipment on an NADA. You don't add for slide outs when this thing already came standard with 3. You don't add for air conditioner. You don't add for a refrigerator. You don't add for an awning, a stovetop, a microwave, a water heater, a furnace. You don't add for any of that stuff because you could not buy this Alfa in 2006 without that equipment on it. And that's why most people greatly overvalue their vehicles on the NADA because of that fact that most people won't actually download the factory brochure, read what's standard, read what's optional, and then adjust their NADA accordingly. This unit does have dual pane windows. Excellent wintertime use unit. It's 2.5 inch thick walls. I think R20 insulation, if I'm not mistaken. One of the best in the business. It's got a 27,000 BTU basement air, and it's got a 35,000 BTU LP furnace and a 27,000 BTU electric furnace as part of the heat pump that basement air conditioner has. You don't have, all your vents are in the floor. You don't have any ceiling vents whatsoever. So what you're seeing right here, the thickness of this fantastic vent fan, is how thick and insulated that roof is alone. And it's 40% more efficient, 10% quieter to have one basement unit instead of 2 roof units. And it does a great job too, folks. You got real Corian countertops, residential style sinks. You got a little TV up there, TV over the drivers. Solid hardwood cabinetry. Got a big side-by-side RV refrigerator freezer that works great. Got a built-in ice maker. Got a washer and dryer combo. You know, it's funny, these Alfa Golds are so well loaded out, there's actually very few options you can get when this thing was brand new, because the Alfa Golds was their top prime time model, was the Alfa Gold 1002, so they loaded them up from the factory. Of course, that's why they were almost $300,000 back then. And today, in a comparable motorhome today, because new RV prices have gone up so much, it'd be $500,000. 400 horse Cummins. Here's all your controls right here. And I like how everything has their own place in here, folks. All the controls. And we'll show you how to do everything, of course, when you pick it up. Got nice deep cabinets. I mean, they don't waste any space at all. Of course, there's your data sheet, all your information right there. If you want to pause the video and look that over, that's got all your information as far as equipment and things like that on it. Walk here toward the back. You got a huge wall slide out right here. Nothing but a hanging closet, and that thing's a monster. My closet at home isn't that big. Got a vanity right here. Corian countertops. Beautiful shower right here. Look at this tub and shower right here, folks. Thanks at 7.5 foot tall ceiling height. You've got plenty of headroom in here. Got a skylight, fiberglass surround, private water closet, of course, porcelain RV toilet. Again, folks, you can see how thick that roof is. And there's no ductwork up there, so that's all insulation. Rear bedroom with a queen island bed. Of course, you've got another slide out over there. Now, this is kind of an odd combination, and we'll show you here in person because it's really hard to describe. For those of you who've been around RVs for a long time, you probably remember the tip outs, which was a predecessor to the slide out. And this is kind of a combination of a tip out and a power slide out. It's hard to describe, and we'll show you. It's all electric, so there's really not any effort to put it out, but it does put out a little different, or set out a little different than your average slide out. And we'll show you how to do all that, of course, when you pick it up and you get your demonstration. I'm going to show you this right here, because whoever buys this, I spent 30 minutes tearing this thing apart looking for a slide out switch for this slide out tip out thing. Look here. Never would have guessed that, and just happened to find that after I was about to give up, and found that. And I had to actually trace the wires down to find that, because I never would have thought that there were controls behind that picture right there. So I'm just going to tell you, because whoever buys that, they're going to be calling up here and want to know where that slide out switch is at, but it's right there behind that picture. Who would have thought? Anyway, folks, this unit, 40 feet long, 23,000 miles, 400 ISL red-headed Cummins, 1,200 pound-feet of torque, Allison 3000 adaptable transmission, 6-speed automatic, of course, 10,000 pound towing capacity. So it'll tow pretty much whatever you want to put behind it. That lockbox chassis going to give you a superior ride and drive. You're going to love the way this unit performs, how it drives, how it corners, how it turns. Nothing like an Alfa, folks. And I know I own a Winnebago myself, but believe me, this Alfa is it's a heck of a deal. Look them up online, and you're going to see a lot of the regular Alfas, of course, for this price, with 2 slides or 1 slide with 60, 80, 100,000 miles for the same price as this one, but they're not Alfa Golds. They've got the smaller engines. They don't have the extra slide out. They don't have all the standard equipment this unit has. This unit's got 23,000 miles, got the motor, got all the equipment that the serious RVer could ever want, and more for $59.9. And folks, we do offer you 2 ways to buy this RV. Of course, 2 different prices, 2 different ways. $59.9 is the price that attracted you to this motorhome to begin with includes all the stuff that I told you about. Includes a 23,000 mile Alfa Gold 1002, of course, with 23,000 miles. It includes a 90-day nationwide limited warranty. It includes a major systems check by our certified RV techs that will be completed after purchase. That's included. And of course, if you want a list of exactly what we check and repair if needed, just contact our sales department. They'll be happy to send you over a list and tell you what current lead time is for a Class A diesel checkout. Not long at all right now. And I call that the stress-free, worry-free option, because you don't have to, you can just take it from the campground right from the lot. You don't have to worry about fixing stuff on it. We're going to check all the major things, all the stuff that really matters. When you're using an RV, of course, we can't make it brand new. If we were, it'd be $270,000, and we wouldn't be selling it for $60,000 if we could make it brand new. So it will be used. There are going to be cosmetic imperfections. That's just part of why you're saving $210,000 off what this thing costs new. For that kind of savings, folks, I don't know about you, but I can put up with a lot of cosmetic imperfections for over $200,000 worth of savings. But you also get a demonstration and a walkthrough by the tech that checked it out. They're going to spend, it's probably going to take a couple hours or longer to do a walkthrough on this motorhome, because it has so much stuff on it that we need to teach you and show you how to operate. So keep in mind, this isn't something you're going to come in for your walkthrough and be done in 20-30 minutes. This has got a lot of systems on it, a lot of things we're going to have to show you that it's going to take a little bit longer. Like I said, this particular motorhome is for a serious RVer. If you've never owned an RV before, you want something simple, this may not be the motorhome for you. This thing has got all the features that a serious or a full-time RVer would want, and that's what they're known for. But it does have a lot of stuff on it, a lot of stuff that I haven't even mentioned in the video. And if you want to go to and Google 2006 Alfa Gold brochure, it's a 29-page sales brochure just outlining all the stuff that this motorhome has. And if you can't find it, of course, call us. We'll be happy to email you a link to it. And it shows everything you want to know about this Alfa, more than I can tell you in a 27-minute video. Way more than I can show you in a 27-minute video. I could spend 2 hours going over this thing trying to show you everything on it. But anyway, that's option A. That's $59.9. That's a haggle-free, firm price. I'm not taking any less for it. I'm not holding it for nobody without a non-refundable deposit. This is a deal that somebody's going to travel a couple thousand miles to buy, because you're saving so much money that's easy to justify traveling here to Ringgold, Georgia, from anywhere in the country to save the kind of money we can save you. Check the NADA, check Google. Look at what these things are bringing. Try to find one with this low a mileage, with a warranty and inspection, checked out, ready to go for this price anywhere else in a 1002 Alfa Gold with 3 slides. All right, now we also have option B. Option B is for those of you who have maybe owned RVs before, who know RVs, you're familiar with them, and you want to save a little bit of money. I can certainly understand that. So we offer option B for those of you who want a lower price, and because option B saves us time and money, we pass that along to you. Option B is buying this Alfa Gold just like we bought it, as it sits. No guarantees, no warranties, no promises, no inspections, no walkthroughs. Basically, it's a jump in and go price only. So you take the good with whatever bad there may be on this motorhome. And, basically just like we bought it. And if we don't have to pay an RV tech to do an inspection, we don't have to pay an RV tech to do a walkthrough, we don't have to pay a warranty company to put a warranty on it, we will discount this unit what it costs us to do all that and give you a lower price. But keep in mind, folks, if you've never owned an RV before, I do not recommend taking option B. Because there's a lot of stuff on this motorhome that if you've never owned one before, you're probably going to have a hard time figuring out on your own. And since option B does not include a walkthrough and an inspection, that's something that I would highly recommend taking option A if you're not an experienced RV owner. So either way you go, you're getting the best buy on an Alfa Gold on the internet, period. for a 2006 with this low mileage, with the warranty, with the inspection. $59,900. Folks, like I said, that's haggle free or option B. Call for an option B price if you want to do an option B. I really think you're going to like this motorhome, folks. And, you know, and it's funny because, and I was telling the guys this morning, you know, when I do a video, I can pretty much predict which one the phones are going to ring off the hook about next. And this is that one. This is one the phones are going to ring off the hook. Be honest with you, I don't look for this thing to last more than 2 or 3 days on the market, if even that long, because there is such a huge demand for a motorhome like this, and to find one for this price, and you can see what the NADA is, over $90,000. This thing is a bargain. I mean, this is pretty much bargain of the year for an Alfa Sea Gold. There's not another one like it out there for this price with this many amenities and options. So keep in mind, you're interested, I'm sure you're interested if you're still watching the video from this at this point, but keep in mind, you're by far not the only interested party in this motorhome. I'm not holding, like I said earlier, I don't hold anything without a deposit. And this is something that anybody could justify flying in here to Chattanooga, Tennessee to look at and buy. And of course, if you fly in Chattanooga, Tennessee, we'll pick you up for free during local business hours. Bring you back here, and you know, you can take a look at it, and you can decide after you look at it if you want to do option A or option B. You know, we'll plug it into power, or we'll run the generator. If you'll call, make an appointment, 24 hours notice minimum. We'll plug it into power, have the lights on, have the heater, air on, whatever the temperature might be. It's kind of, it was almost 80 degrees yesterday. Today it's 55, so it's it's hard to really figure out what the temperature is going to be, but we'll either have the heat or the air on for you, have the fridge on. You can do your own inspection of it, and then you can decide, hey, I want to go ahead and just take it, do the option B, or I don't want to have any worries or any stress, so I'm just going to buy it, leave it here, come back in a week or two after it's been inspected, and get my walkthrough, and I know everything works in. Either way you go, folks, you're getting an incredible deal, probably the best buy on the internet for this type of motorhome. $59,900 while it lasts, which won't be long. Watch the video, folks. Check the date. Today's November 8th, I believe. So if it's more than a week, November 8th, 2017, because I don't erase my videos. If it's more than a week past that, folks, don't be surprised if this unit's already sold. If it's, you know, several months or a year from now, this thing's long gone. So, but we may have others. So still call and see what we have that's comparable. You can visit us online at parkwayrvcenter.com. Even has dual ceiling fans. That's kind of nice. Parkwayrvcenter.com is our website. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. Username Parkway RV Center, or click on the YouTube link below. We're on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, all the social media platforms. We advertise on 20 of the most popular for sale websites on the internet for used RV purchases, including Craigslist, eBay, RVT, RV Oodle, RV Trader, and several others. I'm not going to tell y'all everything, because I know dealers watch my videos too, and I definitely don't want to give them too much information about where we and how we advertise. But you know, look online, check this one out. We're a 49-year-old family-owned and operated used RV dealership, one of the oldest, largest, and most successful independently owned used RV dealers in the United States today. I've got over 170 used RVs, folks, which is more used inventory in stock than any RV dealer within a 500-mile radius of us. 49 years in business. I've got the lowest prices on the internet. I have buyers that travel thousands of miles every week to buy RVs from us. And because of the prices we sell these for. And the reason why our prices are so much lower is simple, folks. 49 years in business, everything we own is paid for. We don't floor plan anything. We own every single RV we sell, titles in the office. We're not paying interest. We don't have 200 or 300 employees that we have to pay every week. We concentrate on keeping our overhead down, because it's basic economics. The less overhead a dealer has, the lower their prices are. I don't have to get rich on every one of these I sell. I have a minimum markup. I have to make money, of course, or I'm not going to do the deal, because, I mean, we still have to make money to stay in business. But I think as you get online, you compare prices to our prices, you're going to see that we definitely have the lowest prices on the internet for what we sell. We don't nickel and dime you to death by charging thousands of dollars in fees on top of the sales price like many other dealers do, like dock fees, prep fees, acquisition fees, freight fees, and all this other junk. All those fees are 100% dealer profit, 100% necessary to purchase a used or a brand new motorhome or RV of any type. We have none of those fees. We have great financing available with approved credit through big nationwide lenders. We can get you extended terms. 144 months, maybe even 180 months on this motorhome with approved credit, and minimum 10% down payment does apply. And if you want to go to your own bank or credit union, of course, we're more than happy to work with them. The value's there, so the only thing that would stop you from financing this would be your credit. And this thing's 30 grand under book, so I don't think you have to worry about this thing being overpriced or having to pay a ton of money down. Just the big nationwide lenders always require a 10% cash investment or 10% trade equity to do a deal, even if your credit's absolutely perfect. It's not my rules, it's theirs, folks. They're the ones that loan the money, so I have no control over that. I'm at their mercy just like you. Nationwide delivery is available. Contact us, we'll get you a quote. Of course, something like this, somebody's going to fly down here and drive it home. I mean, this is a great motorhome to take a trip in. And you'll definitely enjoy that trip, I promise you that. But anyway, give us a call, 706-965-7929. Evenings and Sundays, 423-605-6747. And of course, if you call after hours, we do have an answering service that will take your information, and we'll call you back the next business day. You can email us, sales@parkwayrvcenter.com. And you can apply for credit from our website. Remember, folks, if you do the online credit app, make sure you give us a call the next business day and talk to one of our salespeople. Thank you for watching. Look